A lot of media reports suggesting the court does appear willing to gut Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Is that how it looked to you inside the room?
Yeah, look, I think that the court has realized, I mean, when you think about the court spending 2.5 hours on this case, I mean, that is a long time for those justices to spend. Very seldom have I seen the court spend that amount of time on a case. And when they normally do that, that means they're getting ready to make a big change in their rulings. And so, again, based upon that, and what this is a 20-year struggle that states have been, because we're caught between this legal game of ping pong between the Voting Rights Act and the Equal Protection Clause of the U.S. Constitution. And I continue to just quote Justice Roberts in one of his opinions where he says the best way to stop discriminating based upon race is to stop discriminating based upon race. And so I'm hoping that the court will give us some clear guidelines on how states can draw maps moving forward.
Well, it's really, I mean, it's one of those toxic kind of racial stories that, you know, I mean, this all comes from a time, you know, when the country had an issue here, and it's continually perpetuated, I believe, by the Democrat Party because they use it to their advantage politically, a problem that I don't believe any longer exists. But, I mean, you're right. Equal protection says that things shouldn't be decided by race in this country. This is the exact opposite, and it was used to fight, you know, this illusion of modern-day discrimination that doesn't exist, and as expected, they take it too far in the other direction because it's politically advantageous for the Democrat Party, is it not?
That's exactly right. They've used it as a weapon to basically they've taken a law that's used to ensure that discrimination doesn't occur. They've used it as a weapon to be partisan about it. I think the Solicitor General did a great job in explaining, look, this is based upon, certainly if we had an area, say in New York or Florida, where it was predominantly Democrat or it was predominantly Republican, and it was made up of different minority groups, and legislatures were drawing those minority groups in a way that they couldn't elect a Democrat of the minority party or a Republican of the minority group. Again, I think that that's what the Voting Rights Act was designed to stop, to ensure that that type of discrimination doesn't occur. But the Democrats have been using this over 20 years as a partisan weapon.
Yeah. That's exactly right. The Congressional Black Caucus, as expected, responded to this today. Al Green's district in Texas is at risk. Here he is.
I have a sense of what this is all about. Racism still exists in the United States of America. Racism was the reason my people were brought here. That's right. We were brought here to be a permanent, identifiable, subservient caste of people. We find ourselves today with the Supreme Court having to make this decision. Does racism still exist in the United States of America to the extent that we need a Voting Rights Act to protect people of color, not just black people?
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of people that just want to live in a society where that is colorblind. That was the dream of Martin Luther King. It will never happen if this problem continues to be perpetuated from the alleged victims of it. I mean, they will never stop talking about this. They will never stop forcing this to be an issue in a country where I largely don't think it is an issue any longer.
Again, I think they're just creating a divisive issue where there is no divisive issue. When you look at the majority of the Black Caucus, they don't even sit in districts that are protected by the Voting Rights Act.
Yeah.
So again,
Right.
I think that shows how far the country has gone and that this law is basically antiquated at this point. In the best way, again, I say it again, the best way to stop discriminating based upon race is to stop discriminating based upon race.
Well said. Governor Landry, Louisiana, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt Tonight on Newsmax.